Inside IRN Salone Parliament this week, Honourable Alfred Ayodele Thompson don join Honourable Mohamed Bangura for take the oath of Parliament, wey make he be the second APC MP for go against him party position for boycott Parliament. Wetin dis mean?
It means say come in event they cast the shadow, and if that shadow they manage them very well, it will turn to reality. And the reality here is, yes, APC always concerned say the elections then get bought, but however, how then they go about for make sure that is corrected is now being challenged in itself. So here is a case of the challenger is being challenged from within.
One first-time APC MP don say he no believe say for boycott Parliament and governance na the right decision wey im party take for sake of concern dem wey the party get after the June 24 general elections.
That thing is not tenable, all water, and I just believe say there is a better way for do things. Gbla, if you do me something, that not begin to say no one for sleep, Gbla. It will never solve. You go get peace for sleep, me they carry the grudge.
Hello and welcome to the program IRN Inside Salone Parliament, where they meet you from the different IRN radio station them all about the country. We IRN Salone Facebook page and YouTube channel, and same also we online partner Gbla TV online. Me na Tiana Alpha. Welcome back, and if you just join we, this na IRN Inside Salone Parliament, where they meet you from with different IRN partner radio station them all about the country. We IRN Facebook and YouTube channel, and same way so we online partner Gbla TV online. One first-time APC MP where the High Court been pulled na Parliament, Honourable Sirajin Rollins Kamara, don't say he not believe say for boycott Parliament and governance na the right decision wey im party take for sake of concern them wey the party get after the June 24, 2023 elections. Honourable Sirajin talk this plus other serious issue them na the APC and Parliament inside this interview with the parliamentary producer Gbla.
An office in the right thing the party do, and because for simple reason, before this one there were other incidents where we leader Dr. Samuel Kamara don't they give if I not do this will not go comply. In fact, the election will be postponed. In fact, that raised a lot of that awareness. Na man with the elect, na man get authority. So when he talks something, people they believe say they be. And I will tell you to a large extent that over 60-70% of the APC people when we feel say the election will be postponed. And at one point, we call a press conference at party office. He say, ECSF for do this and that, and they give 72 hours. Then later I come back say, then they call the people and for go vote, and people they think say, well, what is happening? You cannot be firm in giving ultimatum. For me, I would have loved to see a situation wherein the party say, we know they nominate, we know they participate because of the process, starting asking this, the data, we not happy, may they not nominate. We don't go through that, you went to the polls, and we not say the election, no, in fact, no election, not then at the world, if America defeated democracy. You know, say even Trump, them elections were flawed. They even talk say made them go give 20,000 for made them top them up so that him go win. Then all those things came out. So wait till they say if we really get a fragile democracy, a growing democracy, and we know the laws in this country say where the chief and I call and the executive supreme executive authority when the president appoint somebody, what that they mean, So he not get for go against your way appoint them. Just like when we have the parliament, they already vote for the government of the day. Those are all things, in fact, as reform, they can't to that point, because those are things we get for reform. So for talk say, he give that call that boycott for me, the answer. I they tell you why boycott not to the answer. When President Koma don't win in second inning, he come at the state opening of the fourth parliament. He say, where are those MPs, SAP MPs, who have been they boycott? He said, today people don't boycott them. They are not here. And he said, boycott not to the answer. He said, we need for sit down, face-to-face, and dialogue. And why was it good for SLPP? No, not for good for APC. In my own parliament, then say, Lord, boycott to boycott. At one point, I said, me no they boycott. I was on front page of Civil Blood in Awareness Times, and say me they rebel, me they say and I know they boycott, and they say we cannot listen to everybody and say everybody cost me for that, But at the end of the day, Madabio camp for the waiting call, we boycotted. We moved out of parliament whilst they waited and called. And then they can pull 10 of in a parliament. Then we just when they say, look, go in solidarity, touch one, it touch all. But when they can pull, we get a meeting na Makeni and the party leadership Bindede, where party leadership, Dr. Neskoma, by then chairman and leader, Minkael Lumasare, Yansane, all then the by Mahmoud Lismans, all the Minede. Then the parliamentary leadership also was there. Now then we agree, say they're not for going to parliament until they're in state way. All man they agree. Then you not take 2 weeks, they all started going to parliament and say, oh, when they come for the 30 sitting, then go pull them. You understand? So now they talk say, why waiting different between then and now? Now when I talk when they go to parliament. But again, we get parliamentarian them. We don't serve 1 time or 2 times, so if I go back, where they receive them 40 or 80% money if from parliament, why they not for return it? Therefore stop them. If I told you for mean the APC body na civil and public service, when they lawyer them, therefore stop for do business with the government, not just the councillor and parliamentarian. You understand? So for me, that thing is not tenable, you know, all water, and I just believe say there is a better way for do things. Gbla, if you do me something, that not be interested no one for Gbla, it will never solve. You go get peace for sleep, me they carry the grudge. But I rather sit down face with you and talk about
with the kind of solution where you go think or where you go want for offer, where people go want for listen. It clear now say you they talk against waiting you party like you not support your
I not support and not to let
for
I don't support
you not support your party decision for boycott the parliament, of course governance in general.
Yes, sir.
However, the party stalwarts them, don't they say this not a party decision, this not a general consensus where all party member then even supporter them, in fact not supporter then say lay MP not go to parliament or lay APC not take part in governance. You know member of the party, you they say this different. Whose message is they saying?
I would say even 90% of the MPs then they talk with me. They want for go to parliament.
Really?
The council they want for go. Yes, they are just suppressed to say like a general decision of the party where the members then say no. When you talk about the National Delegates Convention, they talk only because now the delegate the mandates for go talk for the rest of the people, you know. And so like for MEC, you can't just say we know clearly that a meeting was summoned, wherein the chairman spoke about the party decision and say made and signs, you know, they're going to parliament, you know. And according to which we don't see any, that not all MPs were there, and some were even signed for. Somebody when a Mohamed Bangura where say no they sign kind of then put dots na your name, then put on a social media for ridicule and for rebel. I want let people know say like me, so the point where I don't reach in telling truth to power. I no care waiting people and say it's about my position. I want make a go lay down and sleep, not to have person feel. And not to because then a leader means say everything they do is right. I will tell you even the leadership right now it divided into 3.
You know, APC leadership?
Yes, they know this is an open secret. They know that one. So for say this is it, I will not go to the details. I will just say whosoever did that decision, they not work in the interest of the state.
They not consult now as party members or other people.
No, but when they talk about consult, there is only one way they consult when I through NDC. But for you know some people and we believe say now when they're in a party office, then cry, Allah, call your name, wait and give small thing. Now they leave. If those voices now they talk say now the decision making body at the party, then it's unfortunate. This morning or yesterday morning, I was watching a video where Abbas Bangura interviewed the late Salone after he lost the election. And it's so interesting for you waiting that man they talk. We have say for be an example for we, you know. We're not gonna court. We no say if we're gonna court, we're not for win the case. But let we go there, no say we took the matter to court. You know, other than just resort to violence or boycotting, I not feel say good. This 21st century, we can forget a different approach to issues. You know, me, I would have loved to always be in parliament. The Alapamada Bio, tell them, we can create the enactable Panam. For me, that one is more impactful than just say, okay, let me know say we not it. But it's a partial one because we still get a majority of members them where they benefit from the present governance. Governance now, government and opposition. So I don't know why.
You get strong opinion as to what you think say no work well. And I want believe say you get people who they think like you will now even they discuss we don't ever put 10 thoughts here together and call on a party, say, hey, we think this way. Then we can discuss as party and make sure, say, we walk this way or follow we party go before, follow we voice hard as opposition or wait to not glad for, let we move this way instead of this way. We don't ever do this.
In fact, the thing where we party detest now dissenting voices. When you bring something where whether seemingly or directly go against any member of the leadership, and they say you know rebel, you know anti-party activity. Well, like when they talk so
by giving opinion,
just stating your opinion, you know. In fact, you get people when they come, then they curse you, then get all kinds of things. Even people in the diaspora, what I believe say, then get the best democratic practices than Africa. Now then the same one they pollute we young one then oh, cause one day you don't question the part. I remember I challenged former Secretary General then Pansane about the party membership cards. I said when I wrote a letter, but first I challenged him on radio, on a universal radio, you know. So time and again when they come, I challenged him about the membership card. I said when they issue the membership card, I say it's not good, you know. I said may they make open primaries so that we showcase to the international community, say we have the numbers. But the ITGC then, what they did was to go and say, no, we just want 200 people, 300 people per ward, because now then you start for bill, you delegate them to national convention. So then get what they want for me, then go pick their own national executive and flag bearer, which was wrong, because I would have loved to see a situation wherein any sort they say APC get them primaries now today, they see the crowd pack because these observers have been here. In election, we get LTO, long-term observers and short-term observers. The long-term observer will have been here like a year before. Then they observe everything, you know. The short-term observer, and they can't something like 3 days to election and left 3 days after election, maybe a week, you know. But these people have been here. Then they monitor everything. I say, if they say we have the numbers for prove the census, so they say wrong, now that's only for showcase. They came out with a statement that will not for participate in the census. And we don't have a parallel government. Some of us say, no, this one not good. Let make them go country. Let better make them country that they not been country. And they say no.
So they try for say any opposition or any view where you bring contrary to waiting powers that be in your party don't make, then they frown against that and they see you as rebel.
Yes, because
when you don't do this, Bokutem, it don't happen.
You don't Bokutem, you know. Maybe I tell the recent one about the membership before that the census. You know, they don't internet at the challenge issue. They say this one will good for party. But one thing back for land, in whatever laws they make, they will not tell a laws for suit person or set of people at a particular time. You know, and those are the things who can one for machinate, and in the process, you know, they are ambog because they left out something. Look at you go talk, you know, now 200 people for vote per ward or 300 people per ward. What does that make? So now you can't talk say now you get numbers. How do you show that you have numbers? You not participating at census. You not show the people who register. No make them vote for inside their own party. Now I made them vote for national party level. Why?
Now still we come inside the boycott and we see how it don't begin turn. We see the first day of parliament, of course, we see Honorable Mohamed Bangura not go by waiting in party say him be the lone warrior, of course, of himself. He go and express what he feel, he go to parliament, and of course don't they take part in parliament work. We see recently another MP from the western area, Urban, of course, Alfred, Ayodele, Thompson, don't join and they don't be in two now. Whose message this they send considering the party position and what you talk so now today?
But if me name be named at the list, Mohamed Bangura will be number 2. Me for be number 1. Me for be number 1, that is for sure. And Alfred Thompson, Namibia and Kana APC. He come, he been trying to do development, community work, this and that. Now I say, man, if this is what you want, you know, I say the post way they, you know, go beat more, but I say do something and let's go start at the youth league. That's another doctor show. So I did it. I say you cannot beat him. I told him that. You know, so we're gonna go to a youth league, register, this and say begin grow from this level, you know. So he came back, he started doing things and move on. So when this thing happened, he said, believe me, I've lost myself. He said, this is not what I believe. He said, because the process of how then go free people and for sign document, this and that, and then take you to McKinney, then go give you, then say, Leone man go swear, say, you know, go stay true to the boycott and say, then call one more man, all man for pull money, let's swear.
Did this happen?
Yes, it's happened in McKinney, you know. And he said it's not good for me. He said I'm not myself. He said I want to go. And I said, okay, if you want to go, come meet me. I say I did develop you. You know, I did
So
work.
now you developer?
Yes, and I took him to Parliament on a Monday. We do the paperwork. On Tuesday, he go take the oath. I was there to support him. And anybody we want for go, I will support him. Believe me. You know what?
But a party position, you
The
fight
part-
with your party.
the party-
Some man can even say you die with your party because of ideology. Now
No,
you
I will die for country. I will not die for party because the party gets a lot of shortcomings. And this party business not don help the country. SLPP is extremely polarized green. APC is extremely polarized red. To a point that even if there is some social media people who get faithful mandate people in the party, then they cause them say them mandate people are not reliable, then they call them say na Brazilian. They say we however they made and they go back to their party. Very insulting, I would tell you that. You know, and now so much on SLP back, they say they doubt nothing and then say then people cannot be true to we. Something as spy and can't spy. I'm not joining SLPP, I'm APC. But I tell you, say, this is what we believe. I believe in the ideology of the APC, not because I was born in the north, becoming a Temne, no, not to that, but because that's the way and that's when they choose. But I'm also a liberal politician.
That's now Honorable Sirajin Golins Kamara. They end that interview with the parliamentary producer Abdullah Gbla, who said he talk about in party position and other thing them where he not believe say good na the APC party. Honorable Alfred Ayodele Thompson don't join Honorable Mohamed Bangura for take the oath of parliament, where make him the second APC MP for go against him party position for boycott parliament, for sake of concern them where the APC party get after the June 24 general elections. Inside one recent interview where Honorable Thompson talk na Epic Radio, this na the reason we make it take this step for go against him party position.
Right now, no matter what we do, them mayas or what they don't do, they don't do. They don't bottle ball over weed. Simple. And there's no way you reverse them. You understand? But you get to go and make your voice be heard. If now 1,000 people you cry for help, one person will hear you. One person will not say, again, this is sorry for divert a little bit. Me, I like to talk what's in my heart. We as Sierra Leoneans, we like to put microscope at we safe. You understand? We've done this country. But when we travel, go a white man land, you'll be happy for seeing another African who you will relate to. Where you will say, this is my company African man. You're not basing but tribe or APC or SLPP. No. This thing, okay, so me are ready for whatever parliament has to offer. I know say we are outnumbered. We are outnumbered in votes. But again, for anything, I listen at five votes for change any type of constitution or anything like that. What again, I'm first day I don't go so. I tell you, the people say anything waiting for changes constitution. Me as Alfred Thompson, I will grab come out at parliament and walk out that day for the voting. I don't know ever sit down and change the laws of this country. We're not in favor for everybody. I will go against the grain. I will go against what I will make my voice be heard. What you can do with them, I also don't do what they don't do. I didn't get everything. I didn't get the gun. I didn't get everything. I didn't get the power. And soldier man, now by your soldier man, you need go first. You need go pa soldier na by your that fine talk, sweet talk. For lay he listen, for lay he reason, for lay he work with you. But if you come for against soldier with Allah na, me I just again na basic things that were along in my life. How for interact with people and for know how much a man they work. Again, I will do my best for defend my party. I will defend my party to the latter. It's not about only APC that voted for me. We get people then who I could do me boo jogging. I get massive SLPP fans. I get massive C4C fans. Me, I'm very loyal to my party. I'm gonna sell for APC. When they do then, they put in 10,000 people on the street, they do then Sunday morning jogging. So I think say if the executive make that decision, it's okay. But I know saying I mean I'm a God and my conscience that they work with. Anybody can write what they want to write. You understand? I think that just that executive, and I give them the respect. 2 weeks before I made this decision, I called them all. I tell them the situation, say this is not a PR system. And the Constitution says you have to take this oath. And some people who don't work for 10 years, if you not can take this oath, other people that wait behind you, we are elected members of parliament, where they pray that we play, they will not kind of parliament. They're ready to take our seats. But the thing is the Constitution. Again, some people they put themselves before the Constitution. Some people they say that, oh, this money has to add up. Who that know me no say I no add up. Who that know see me know me say nobody no spend past me Western area 2000 Western area to this day. And some people that wait on at the second list, this time they spend past me, I'll be spend first time. And right now they're not happy. And I'm the only Creole from within Parliament on both sides of the aisle. The only Creole. And I want to represent me, not to say I got to represent me people and my constituency first.
That's now Honorable Alfred Ayodele Thompson, the latest APC MP, we don't go to Parliament for join Honorable Mohamed Bangura for make them two, we don't boycott them party position for boycott Parliament. The program na IRN inside Salone Parliament on IRN parts and radio station them all about the country. IRN Facebook and YouTube channel, and we online parts na Gbla TV online. Me na Tiana Alpha. As Honorable Alfred Ayodele Thompson don't join Honorable Mohamed Bangura na Parliament, although in party still stand by their position for boycott Parliament, plenty people believe say this move by the two APC MP them na the right move for work for them people will vote for them. But other people believe say this don't show say not all the APC party MP they agree with the position we go make all water good fasting. Melvin Tijan Mansare, parliamentary analyst and political commentator, talk about what this move mean by Honorable Alfred Ayodele Thompson and Honorable Mohamed Bangura against them party.
It means say coming events they cast the shadow, and if that shadow they manage them very well, it will turn to reality. And the reality here is, yes, APC always concerned say the elections then get bought. But however, how they go about for make sure that is corrected is now being challenged in itself. So here is a case of the challenger is being challenged from within. How you manage that? It's a critical issue for the main opposition, All People's Congress. Because at first it was Mohamed Bangura, people and say, hey, we're looking political profile no more, he used for Komoya Goyanda. But now you get somebody with fresh in politics, fresh
and
in
a new
parliament,
MPS.
and a fresh, it's called a parliamentary freshman coming in, but with the guts and with the guts for defy in political party positions. So what does this mean? We are seeing the emergence of radical liberalism in our politics. Within a radical liberalism. Now Salone, Skade, or before now, it's like a crime if person in our parliament is there against him party. This is not because of the person feels so or people and they say so because of the law we say 77(1)K. If you go against your party, they can drag you for anti-party activity, and if they find you guilty, then you can lose your seat in the parliament. So this is an increasing challenge now to the 77(1)K. When I want law, many people are not saying need for be reviewed because at the time members of parliament more to the party than to the country. But for the partisan, when are the people in question, it also means say the relationship with the political party, when are the APC, and not going to be sweet because they go always look and say the way and the fitiari and carry this real story. So many issues there. Is the APC getting it right with the abstinence decision or waiting they call the boycott? That is now increasingly the under question, and means say APC for rethink in as much as yes, there are issues where they get genuinely, but however, then party cohesion, then party strength and formidability is now being questioned. So it's quite critical moment, not only for the APC, but for the government and emerging political trends.
So when we look at the timing where Honorable Alfred Ayodele Thompson go to Parliament, after 2 to 3 weeks where Parliament starts, of course, at some point we hear a rumor we go around say in the same Honorable Alfred Thompson one for going to Parliament, but we see back some social media message we been like debunk that say not also he say he ready for standby in party. We see them of course, the state opening, where APC themselves get their own meeting with all the MP them, na McKinney and all. Now we see this one MP don't show in it, of course, don't come to parliament and join in company. Rumors in the go on say other MP them they about for follow suit. Does it mean APC they lose their grip, or does it mean that the position where them first puts in a consensus between them all, na something where people not for believe again or people not for go by?
Well, based on waiting and then they say and the reality decision, not a secret to we, Mr. Gbla, in previous programs we don't question the derivative, as the bookman will say, women say, Usai, that decision they come out, who that then take her, in who that then interest then take her, how then take her, not to then question and not begin come. So it's just reinforcing.
They say that the people we vote for them, then say they're not going to parliament because of them, like quote and unquote, then thief them votes.
Well, if not that the people then say, now the same people and back from among the same people and we in fact then don't choose when are members of their own party they say otherwise, and also the question the decision for Honorable Thompson they say it was under duress. So imagine waiting and they mean. So the fact there is, in as much as even if they come 1-1-1-1, it still gets a political legitimacy issue still. But the fact that the APC 7 not go rest on waiting them they do now because it no guarantee at all, because time they tell, and with waiting with the hearing, if it be so, it not only get implication on whether APC they come or not they come, but also get an implication on when they don't come, whether they go to control at the bench or whether they go to control. And guess what? Now two don't come. It just takes 2 more APC MPs for come for the parliament now get a 2/3 of 99 MPs. So the consequence I feel saying that the 6 parliaments, APC the greatest trump card for B, the parliament not get 2/3 as President Mada BOC. And how for manage that situation there. But if you allow MPs then they get bail and they come, if they get that number there, it will be very difficult for them they under the control of the leadership, as we can see how APC being get full control under Honorable Chairman Ramadan Majuba in leadership, no matter what in person will say about Sam. So it's a critical road, and definitely, like I don't say the own political future self they under scrutiny, but the decision itself also now they under scrutiny. And mind you, time the tell parliament will soon go on recess, and upon the return, you get for consider the 30 days threats already where they on the floor. So if you not get better alternative for say abstain, if you say person abstain, you will pay him for the month. According to unconfirmed reports, we made for understand there was a meeting between the defeated flag bearer candidate in the person of Dr. Samura Kamara, in which at the end after the meeting, if that's anything to go by, let's just say it gives some amount in our transportation, where some people and be vexed say, that's what this will they expect. So if you cannot take care of their financial, economical, social, and other needs as a political party, does it make sense for you to ask for what you've been asking for? So that's a question for them. But again, that not mean say there is no need for dialogue. Still, the SLPP need for dialogue with the APC, and not for use this now as an excuse, say, left them go, then they come.
1-1.
Even if they come, tell them pass the number, safe. Once the party not get in blessing, there is an issue with not constitutional legitimacy, but political legitimacy. What is political legitimacy? Acceptance of the outcome of an election and allowing the process for thrive. As it stands, the process might be thriving in other spheres, because Parliament this week don't conduct rigorous induction training for new MPs, and the 2 MP then will come. Although the speaker will interview and say then will get similar training back for the one that we know they win at the APC MP them. So a lot is going under the bridge, and for the water then for come back after it will be difficult. So it's quite dicey. Nobody wins in this situation at all.
We see, of course, as you say, even though the APC MP them, of course, still the boycott, we see 2 don't come, but of course, still activities of parliament, they go on, and then we see induction happen, we see approval, parliament don't almost approve over 50 presidential nominees, and then still they approve. What does this mean?
It means say the abstinence in effect not effective. Because if we are not stall the business of government, then so now that they win. If you abstain on the business, they continue as provided for by the law. Somebody will just go hide under say nah, we dey follow the law, irrespective of whatever. So you cannot be outside of the battlefield and fight the battle.
So it's the need for the inside.
I think say that now many people don't call him myself as a political commentator. I think say you need for the inside. You cannot change the system from outside. You need to be within. And that's I think say common sense for them to dictate by now. However, politics being what it is, the good news for this week, I think I find out from the investigation that there are back channel negotiations and mediations from Bolem. When I get that, as the last program I will talk to nobody want for negotiate. I think the progress for the last 5 days is that there are back channel communications. I talk to former ambassadors, former ministers, former lawmakers.
Okay.
They all tell you say they are back channels. But what is missing so far is the face-to-face dialogue and mediation and meeting. And that's what I want for call on this week for happen if the politicians so desire. When I sit down face-to-face, when I put una issues on the table. But there is also this issue about who for mediate. And I just moderate a session on how to manage disagreements for agreements in parliament during this induction. And once we come out clearly, now that APC now the paramount chief members of parliament, so supposed to keep the political divide. That now one, because you know the opposition, but also for need for make peace. Also, issues around people we don't get presidential awards over years. Then say if the moral guarantors for come up. Or as always, clergy is there also the politician. This is what is coming from the SLPP, mostly lawmakers. They are telling you that people must come on board. And former lawmakers also say people for come and can mediate, because at the end of the day, if we're not for settle this, nobody know they win. So yes, then for sitting at the table, but then forget the people and now and for do and face to face. Yeah, not all negotiations you do face to face, but if the back channel on use 2-3 weeks, I think it's high time for people and for sitting face to face now, even if it's still off camera. Yeah. For let people and begin know that they are making it real. Because this is very important for them supporters, the way they feel say, and now they want power, let them take her now. Sometimes some of them don't say behind the scenes, these things are happening. But me as a journalist and a political commentator, my background studies, I will tell you say definitely it's happening.
That's now Melvin Tijan Mansare, parliamentary analyst and political commentator. As he be end that interview there with the parliamentary producer Abdullah Gbla. Well, now yesterday program IRN Inside Salone Parliament go left you for today, Saturday, August 5, 2023. Plenty thanks to the executive producer Ransford Wright, we parliamentary producer Abdullah Gbla, and so you will take your time for listening to the program through the IRN partner radio station and all about the country. You will watch me on the IRN Facebook and YouTube channel, and same way so we online partner Gbla TV online. So till next week, we'll go bring to you another edition of the program, IRN Inside Salone Parliament. Mina Tiana Alfred say tata.